Struggling dad wins a raffle. The prize is dinner with a mysterious billionaire who knows him. Ethan Carter never expected much from life anymore. A single dad raising his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, in a rundown apartment in Milwaukee. He worked double shifts at a local mechanic shop just to keep food on the table. Every day was a grind. Early mornings, greasy hands, unpaid bills, and Lily's wide-eyed questions he tried hard to answer with a smile. One rainy Thursday, his coworker Benny tossed him a glossy flyer. "Hey Ethan, some rich company's doing a community raffle. Dinner with their CEO or whatever. Might be fun." Benny shrugged. "Costs nothing to enter." Ethan chuckled. "I don't need dinner with a billionaire. I need brake pads for Lily's bike." Still, he stuffed the flyer in his jacket pocket. Later that night, after Lily fell asleep, curled next to her stuffed bunny, Ethan filled out the online form. Just for fun. Just because. Why not? 2 weeks later, while elbow deep in a rusty old truck, Ethan's phone buzzed. A woman's voice on the other end sounded polished, but warm. "Mr. Carter, congratulations. You've won the dinner with the CEO raffle." Ethan blinked. "Wait, seriously?" "Yes. Ms. Vivian Hale will be expecting you this Saturday at 7 p.m. at Chateau Vert. Transportation will be arranged." Vivian Hale, Ethan repeated. That name sounded familiar. Chateau Vert was the kind of place Ethan had only seen in movies. Polished floors, gold accents, menus without prices. He felt completely out of place in his borrowed suit. Then she walked in, tall, poised, with sharp green eyes and a graceful confidence. Vivian Hale, billionaire entrepreneur, owner of multiple global companies, and easily the most stunning woman in the room. "Ethan," she smiled. "It's good to see you again." He stared, puzzled. I don't think we've met." "Oh, we have," she said softly, eyes twinkling. "You just don't remember me yet." Over dinner, Vivian didn't talk about business, stock, prices, or power lunches. She talked about an orphanage, St. Mary's Home for Girls. "Back when I was 13, she said, sipping her wine, "I used to sneak out and sit on the steps across the street. I was scared, angry, alone, and every afternoon, this boy would come by with a paper bag lunch." Ethan blinked. "That was me." "Yes," she smiled. "You gave me half your sandwich, every time. Even when you clearly didn't have enough. For yourself." Ethan remembered now. The quiet girl, with 2 big eyes. Always watching from behind the gate. "You never said a word," he whispered. "I didn't have to," Vivian replied. "You already gave me more kindness than I'd ever known." Vivian explained how she eventually got adopted, earned a scholarship, built her empire, but she never forgot the boy with grease-stained jeans and a heart too big for his worn coat. "You saved me," she said. "So now I'd like to return the favor." She handed him an envelope. Inside, a job offer at her company, double his current pay, flexible hours, and full benefits. And a second envelope, marked Lily. "An all-expenses-paid scholarship for any school she wants," Vivian said gently. Ethan stared at her, overcome. "Why me?" She smiled. "Because you believed in kindness when no one else did." Ethan took the job. Lily started school in a bright new uniform, and once a month, the 3 of them had dinner, Lily always in the middle, laughing, asking Vivian endless questions, and slowly, dinner turned into friendship. Friendship into something more. Turns out, sometimes life gives back in the most unexpected ways, like a raffle ticket, and a woman who never forgot the boy who gave her hope. The hum of tools and the scent of motor oil filled the garage like clockwork. Ethan Carter wiped sweat from his brow as he slid out from beneath a beat-up sedan. His back ached. His hands were blistered. The pay was peanuts, but he didn't complain. Not since Lily came into his world, 7 years old, with a smile and big dreams of becoming a scientist. Lily was the center of his universe. But raising her alone after his wife's sudden passing had turned life into a constant game of financial survival. At Carter, Benny called from across the garage, waving a flyer. "Check this out. Raffle from that tech company downtown Tech. First prize is dinner with the CEO." Ethan snorted. "Yeah. And what's second prize?" "A weekend with her lawyers." Benny laughed. "You never know. Maybe she's hot." Ethan chuckled, but took the flyer anyway. Tech. The name rang a bell. That night, after Lily drifted to sleep in her thrifted pajamas, Ethan sat at the kitchen table, staring at the flyer. Enter to win. Dinner with Vivian Hale, founder and CEO of Tech. A visionary night. No entry fee. Just a name, a phone number, and a little hope. He shrugged. What's there to lose? 2 weeks passed. Ethan was elbow deep in a transmission when his phone buzzed in his back pocket. He groaned, wiped his hands, and answered. "Mr. Carter, this is Elaine from Tech. I'm thrilled to inform you you've been selected as the raffle winner." He nearly dropped his phone. "Seriously, very seriously. Ms. Hale will meet you this Saturday, 7 p.m., at Chateau Vert. A car will pick you up. No need to bring anything but yourself." Ethan blinked. "Is this some kind of prank?" "I assure you, it's not. Ms. Hale personally reviewed the entries." He hung up and stared into space. Lily bounded into the room. "Daddy, what's wrong? You look like you saw a ghost." He laughed. "I think I just got invited to dinner with a billionaire." Saturday came faster than expected. Ethan borrowed a navy suit from Benny. Too tight at the shoulders, but passable. Lily helped pick his tie blue, like her favorite jelly beans, at precisely 6:15. A black town car rolled up to his building. The driver greeted him with a smile and handed him a sealed envelope with the Tech crest. Inside, a personalized menu. Elegant, understated. Ch. Chateau Vert was a palace disguised as a restaurant. Velvet chairs, candlelight, and hushed voices. Ethan stood awkwardly near the host's stand until the Mater D approached. "Right this way, Mr. Carter. Ms. Hale is waiting." He followed, heart pounding. Then he saw her, Vivian Hale. She was seated in a private room at the back, dressed in a sleek black gown, elegant, magnetic, untouchable, until she smiled. "Ethan, you came." He frowned. "Do we know each other?" "Oh yes," she said, rising to shake his hand. "You just don't remember. But I never forgot you." Over a 5-course meal, dish more foreign and delicious than the last. Vivian didn't speak like a tech mogul. She didn't ask about work or investments. She asked about Lily. "She's amazing," Ethan said, showing her a photo on his cracked phone. "Sharp, funny. I just wish I could give her more." Vivian's smile turned wistful. "She reminds me of myself at that age." Ethan blinked. "You? A billionaire's childhood wasn't so bad, was it?" Her expression darkened. "I wasn't always Vivian Hale. I grew up in the foster system, bounced between homes, until I ended up at St. Mary's." Ethan stiffened. "St. Mary's Home for Girls." Vivian nodded. "I used to sit outside the gate, watching the street. Every day, a boy would pass by with a brown paper lunch bag. He always shared half with me, even when he clearly needed it himself." Ethan's breath caught. That was me." "You gave me your sandwich," she said, voice soft. "And once, your hoodie." "I never forgot that." He sat back, stunned. "You were the quiet girl behind the fence, and you were the only person who treated me like I mattered." Vivian folded her hands. "I searched for you for years, but your trail went cold. Then when I saw your name on the raffle list, I knew it was you." Ethan shook his head. "Why would you go looking for me?" "Because I owe you everything," she said, eyes glistening. "You gave me hope, and when I needed it most." She pulled out a second envelope. "This is for you. It's a formal offer, a position at Tech, fleet maintenance supervisor, better pay, full benefits, and flexible hours. Ethan's voice faltered. I don't know what to say. There's more, she added. I know Lily's smart. I've arranged a full scholarship in a private school in the city, and college, when the time comes. He stared at the papers in disbelief. This is too much. No, Ethan. Vivian leaned forward, eyes locked on his. This is just enough for someone who once saved a lost girl with half a sandwich and a smile. Ethan took the job. His first day at ArmyVibes felt like stepping into another world. Clean, high-tech, efficient. For once, his skills were appreciated. He got home early, cooked dinner, and helped Lily with her homework without passing out from exhaustion. Lily started school at Hawthorne Academy, where she immediately bonded with kids who loved science and art as much as she did. Every month, Vivian invited them both to dinner, sometimes at her estate, sometimes at small, quiet places where nobody asked for autographs. Lily adored her, and slowly, so did Ethan. Vivian stopped being a billionaire in his eyes. She became Viv. One summer evening, Vivian stood beside Ethan as Lily chased fireflies in the yard. Remember what I said that night? She whispered. About you giving me hope. He nodded. Well, you're still doing it. He reached for her hand. I'm just a guy who fixed cars, and I'm just a girl who finally found home. They watched the stars rise, side by side. Sometimes, life doesn't hand you miracles wrapped in gold. Sometimes, it gives you a raffle ticket, a sandwich, a second chance, and the woman who never forgot what you did when no one was watching.